It's Michael and Tinea live at Kiss, and we've been joined by Her Majesty, Lady Gaga. Am I right to say Her Majesty?
I mean, not really. I'm not the Queen of England.
Well,
actually, but thank you. That's
can say
very
that
sweet.
to other people.
Thank you. How are you guys today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm sad to be leaving London, though.
That's happening today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're just paying us a quick visit before you...
Yeah, I
Before
mean,
you fly
I actually
off.
wanted to come a lot earlier. We've just been working, really hard, and I'm kind of doing double duty right now because it's art pop, so it's the hybrid of music and art at the same time. So we're working on different collaborations with different people, and it's just a lot of work. But so I'm really happy to be here now. I wanted to make sure that I didn't leave without saying thank you to you guys for playing my songs.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Now, as you can see, right, it's Halloween and we've gone all out here at Kiss. And yesterday, Michael was dressed as the Joker. He loved it. I was dressed as Black Swan. And we know you like to dress up, right? So who would you be for Halloween?
Well, do you want to know who I was?
Who was you? Yeah.
Well, I was working with Bob Wilson, who's a portraitist, and he's doing an exhibition at the Louvre.
Okay.
So I was actually, for the last 48 hours, I was different figures in paintings from the 1507 Jean-Baptiste.
Wow.
And then Mademoiselle Caroline Rivière from an Ingres painting from 1806. And then I was Marat from the Death of Marat, Jean-Jacques. You guys don't care, sorry.
No, we do.
All I'm thinking is that my
I was
costume
actually
was really rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but this is what I'm thinking. I just had like a black tutu dress on.
I was Le Joker from La Nuit Dark. That's my best.
Gosh, I do sound like a fucking pretentious asshole sometimes. I'm sorry. You know what? But think about that. I was truly celebrating Halloween. It was almost a seance as well because we were recreating these paintings and I felt their spirit. So that's really what it's all about, isn't it? Don't they say the spirits come out on Halloween?
They do.
And then, my anxiety over bad art direction costumes, that comes out as well.
And all we got in the studio was some really rubbish skulls from
It's
Asda.
amazing. I would make an outfit out of this.
We've gone all out. Go for it.
If you can get that through customs, you're more than welcome to take it if you want.
But it's not. I think I can because it's not real bone.
Now you're in London, and when you're in London, sometimes I feel like you're a little bit naughty. Okay, so you did a performance in a nightclub, right? And I saw some pictures where you didn't have much clothes on.
No, I had no clothes.
You
on
had no clothes.
Yeah.
She was trying to be delicate about it.
I was trying to be.
You were
naked.
naked.
You were
It's okay.
naked.
I'm aware of what I do.
That's good. But do you think, because it always seems to be quite controversial when you come over it, is that because you come over here and Britain makes you feel really naughty, or are we just really prudish and we get quite, I can't believe she's done that
I
quite
don't think
easily?
you're prudish at all. I think it's to the total opposite. I feel really liberated when I'm here.
Okay, great.
So when I was at GAY and I sang Venus, I was channeling the birth of Venus, the painting. So when I sang for them, I just wanted to, and it felt natural.
Mm-hmm.
And it was you see things in pictures, on Instagram and YouTube and things, but in the room, actually, it was a really wonderful experience with the fans, and I hadn't seen them in so long, and it's a quite special thing when you take your clothes off in front of a gay man and he applauds.
Did everyone start taking their clothes off as well?
I don't know. I couldn't. I was with the spirit. I was in a moment of life. I just know that my security guard didn't know quite what to do. He was like, do I look away? Do I try to? Am I looking for snipers? Do I cover her? Like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And I just remember it was over, and I was like, I'm so sorry if I traumatized you.
Okay, so before Applause came out, it leaked online and you declared a pop emergency.
Yeah.
Is the emergency over now?
Well, I mean, it had a definite domino effect, and it was not easy when that happened. We had so many things planned, you know how it is.
Yeah.
I've been gone for like a few years music-wise, so it was not my favorite thing that's ever happened. Because a lot of what I do is like a full experience and theatrical element. So it's sort of like for me, like watching a musical, but like the music comes on, but no actors come on the stage and there's no lights or costumes. It's just sort of, here it is, and I hope you get it.
Well,
so
again, like you were saying, like the performance at GAY, when you see an Instagram picture, you're not getting the full context of how everything is. So the whole experience needs to be.
But that's okay. I mean, it's like I expect and I acknowledge the fact that happens. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's about, choosing and feeling when it's appropriate to do things in the context also of what's happening in culture around me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you can compare different types of nudity and then you can see that there's an intention behind things and how it makes them different.
On the album Art Pop, it's probably going to be hard to choose, but what's your favorite song?
I don't know. I mean, I really like all the songs. I mean, I love Do What You Want a lot, obviously, because I love R. Kelly. So
me too.
It's like my Sunday pastime with all my friends. It's like R. Kelly day. But the whole album's really it was composed as a piece. So it's really meant to be played from start to finish. And it's meant for a nightclub or a rave. So you can pop it in and it really takes you on, and it's only an hour. But it takes you on a journey that if you're in a club, it almost feels like you're listening to 15 different artists, but you're listening to one.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. Like a mixtape.
Yeah.
I would say, though, my favorite right now actually is the one that's coming out on Sunday night or Monday morning, 12:01, before the album is streamed, Dope. That record it's the most personal song I've ever made. And it was a personal album already, but I kind of like woke up one day and looked in the mirror and was like, you just didn't dig deep enough, that hole. Like I just knew I had to take the shovel and go in one more. And I had to write some lyrics and confess some things about myself that I'm not very, maybe always comfortable with. It's really hard to be vulnerable when you feel sometimes that people are attacking you for being an entertainer, but it's a song I did with Rick Rubin, and it was really awesome because I played it like 150 times while he just laid there on the couch and smiled and pressed record. And he's just really, he let me just do my thing and he captured it. So that's a really honest moment if you want to sort of see that side, the side that's playing less with artifice and pop.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's kind of painted a beautiful image of what it's like in Lady Gaga's house. When you wake up, your bedroom, as you've already explained, looks like our studio right now, where we've got cobwebs and skulls and things everywhere. And then you just wake up and go, do you know what? I need to write a song, and then it just happens. Is it as simple a process as that, or
yeah,
it
is actually. And I write all around the world a lot because I'm a gypsy, so I actually don't own a home.
Okay.
I rent a apartment in New York that's very small, and it's sort of like a little jewel box when you go in. It's New York, but there's palm tree wallpaper all over the walls, which is sort of bizarre. And then I also stay, in Chicago with my boyfriend, and we're both really low key. We don't like fancy stuff, so it's actually, it's very, very small where we live. It's like about maybe 3 of these rooms.
Okay.
And it's really, really just, simple. And we're both creative people. So we just like to, eat pizza and chill and talk about what we're doing. And and then I get an idea or, Paul, DJ White Shadows, like I've been working on this groove, check out this groove. I hear the groove. I'm like, I want to write a song about this. And it's just really natural. I write all the time. I have to. Otherwise I'll go, and that's why I transform so much too. I'll go crazy.
Yeah.
I know it looks crazy, and it is. It actually is. It feels crazy.
But that's the crazy being channeled, right? In the right way.
Well, I feel crazy before it happens.
Okay.
And then once we do what we're doing and we finish creating what we want to create, and my canvas has been painted on, I feel a lot freer because I can channel my pain somewhere. Otherwise, I have to deal with all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's not, I'm just... But I guess I just wasn't very good at that growing up. And that's actually what Dope is all about, is me battling all sorts of addictions since I was very young.
Now, Do What You Want, featuring R. Kelly, you sing Do What You Want With My Body, right? We've got a little game for you. We've got a list of celebrity names.
Yes.
We want to know, right, who you'd sing it to, okay?
Okay, go.
So would you sing that line to Obama?
Yeah, I would. because you know if he needed, but you know maybe if he needed me to do something that would help, you know, bring peace or to be a figure, I would say do what you want with my body. Yeah.
We've just literally got this, which was clearly written by a girl. Looking at this.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, George Clooney. There's a really long pause there.
I mean, maybe sure. Depends on when. Maybe sure. I mean, I like salt and pepper. You know.
Okay.
But you know, sure. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, why not?
Ryan Gosling.
Oh, but now you're putting me in a position where this is going to be like all over the news what I say about this, right? You know, I really liked the first 10 minutes of Drive. So during, I would let him do what he wants with me during Drive in the first 10 minutes.
Did you get beyond 10 minutes? Because it actually turns out to be a really good film.
Really good film.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean,
yeah. That though,
I think we should just leave it there. Do you know what? We had a list that was really long. It featured the Queen. It featured Simon Cowell.
Nicki Minaj.
Jessica Rabbit. And I don't know how Jessica Rabbit made it on
that's
the
list. But that's a definite.
That's exactly. That's why she's on the list.
Good. I'm glad. It makes me feel better about fancying a cartoon character. I'm quite happy with that now.
Of course. That's kind of what Sex Dreams is about, actually. That's how I view that song on Art Pop album. So, like, when I was writing it, I was thinking about how, I mean, I'm sure you guys have laid in bed with somebody, but been thinking about someone else at some point, you know, and you're sort of
no comment.
It is. Yeah.
So you're laying there and you're just like you're you know, we could be caught. I just want this to be perfect. That's what you're saying to the lover that is not totally doing it for you. We're both convicted criminals of thought. That's to the affair. Then to the lover that you're with, because I'm broken. Less white by the one before. Glove the bed. He was kind of, so I'm explaining my infidelity to my boyfriend or, you know, or the person that I'm with. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I'm having a conversation with myself kind of to the other person that I'm fantasizing about. Yeah. But in my mind, when I picture Sex Dreams, like, it's so bizarre. It's like me standing there in some massive couture creation staring at a Kuntz bunny or something, like a blow-up doll. You know, just that makes me so much more excited. That's what my sex dreams are like. My sex dreams are weird.
I really don't know where to take this conversation after this. With the greatest respect, Lady Gaga, thank you very much for joining us.
I'm so embarrassed. It's like, I don't really know what to say, so if you would just shut up and leave now.
No, but when you were singing it, it was like, I feel like I'm in a three-way with Lady Gaga. I'm not sure how to deal with this.
That's good. Like,
we're all in
really? You felt that?
Yeah, I felt that.
The
connection was there.
Oh, cool.
It's going to be difficult working with you from now on. The things I've seen. No.